Puka Nacua has taken the league by storm to start the year. He is on pace to have more yards than any receiver ever in a single season. More than Megatron and more than his teammate Cooper Kupp. Not in their rookie years, but ever for one single season. He is on pace for 2,129 yards. That is an insane number. For reference, Megatron, who has the record, had 1,964 yards in 2012. And Kupp had 1,947 in 2021. But how is Puka Nacua torching all opposing teams? Well, it helps he shared the same quarterback as the other two guys in the record books for starters. Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks in the game with his intelligence and arm ability. No, he is not S tier like Mahomes or Josh Allen, but he is an elite quarterback that is better than the majority of the NFL. And Stafford, luckily for his number one receivers, loves to have a security blanket to go back to over and over. He will throw tight window throws to guys he believes in, and Puka has clearly earned his belief. It is also a huge advantage to have Sean McVey scheming him open, but we will get more into that later. First, I want to ask, how the heck did the Rams get the potential offensive rookie of the year if they didn't even have a pick in the first round? And even more so, how the heck does this rookie star actually fall all the way to the 5th round? Well, he actually didn't do anything negative to hurt his draft stock like commit a crime, which often hurts prospects' draft position. He just didn't do what a typical day 1 or day 2 pick does on the field in college. Don't get me wrong, he had some great flashes and his stats were okay, but he didn't have that dominant year to propel him into the draft. He also struggled with minor injuries throughout college, and people questioned his athleticism. Dane Brugler, the highly respected draft expert from The Athletic, had him as his 30th ranked wide receiver. So Puka was not just undervalued by the NFL, but by everyone really. What's interesting, however, is that the pros Dane Brugler listed for Puka is exactly why he has been so dominant already. Let's jump into the film and I will show you what I'm talking about. First, I want to talk about the strength Nacua plays with, which is something Dane Brugler mentioned pre-draft as well. Nacua is so physical throughout his routes, where he easily fights through contact and does not let it disrupt his timing or knock him off his landmark. He also does well to gain a few extra yards after initial contact, either breaking free from the tacklers or just making sure to fall forward for extra yard. He showed this in college too, as he was effective on screens and running the ball where he had 5 rushing touchdowns. That trait has no question proved beneficial early in the NFL. He also has outstanding body control and feel for the ball in the air, allowing him to high point or make difficult catches outside his frame. He always comes back to the ball to protect his quarterback, and this concentration on the ball has proven to be so effective as he has made some incredible catches tipping the ball to himself and catching in traffic right before taking a serious blow. That also highlights a great point. Nacua is so unafraid to take a shot after securing a catch. That is one reason he is so good in the middle of the field. But another is because he is so smart, especially considering his time in the league, to be able to spot weak zones in the defense and settle down in the open space for easy completions. It's incredible. He reminds me of Travis Kelce in that sense. Kelce is not the greatest athlete, but he has great vision for open space and does well to settle down, even when the route doesn't call for it, in order to give his quarterback a throwing window. Nacua actually shares a couple other traits with Kelce as well, in my opinion. They both use subtle footwork and head fakes to misdirect the defensive back and get open. They work into the defender's blind spots right before breaking off their route. And they both are sneaky athletes. Neither him nor Travis are the fastest in a 40, but they both are very smooth with their movements. They do well to maintain speed through route breaks and show good subtle agility after the catch. Nacua actually broke a 46-year-old Utah State record for the long jump with a 23-foot 10-inch jump. So he is more athletic than his 4.56 40 and 33-inch verticals suggest. Another thing that helps Nakua is his blocking. He is effective enough that he can play in all situations from almost any alignment, which allows McVey to get more creative with scheming him open. Like on this play, where McVey motions Nakua across formation, almost giving a split zone running look, which gives the linebackers enough pause to allow Nakua to turn upfield and run an over route back to the side of the field he began on. Beautiful design by McVey. They also use more simple play designs, like this, where they align Nakua and Higbee, the tight end, next to each other in tight alignments for the inside receiver to run a 6-yard curl and Nakua to run an in-breaking route right off his hip. This is a great cover 4 beater, as they should have the space to work underneath the deep defenders, and it puts the underneath defenders in a bind. Stafford hits Nakua right out of his break. And this is a great example of how McVey is highly aware of what's going on in game and makes great play calls as defenses adjust. So Nakua's success has not come from nowhere. McVey has been quoted warning everyone of this talent. He said to start the year, Puka Nacua has come in and he's as mature a rookie as I've ever been around. And he is a physical, tough, strong player. He's got a great way about himself. This record-breaking start to the year is the outcome of a very strong receiver with great hands, phenomenal body control, great yards after catch ability, high-level knowledge of the game, and deceptive athleticism, being paired with an elite quarterback and play caller. Kupp is set to return soon and could eat into Nakua's targets some, but I do not expect Nakua is going to be leaving the spotlight anytime soon. He just needs to leave the field sooner after winning the game so he doesn't miss out on his game balls of the future.
Where's Puka Nacua?